Here with some tips to save you some money and time is financial expert and author of the new book, Good Money Revolution, Derek Kenney. Derek, thanks for being with us again to talk about one of my favorite topics, vacation.
Hi, Jason. Good to be with you. Thank you.
You talk about last-minute trip planning, and you say flexibility is the key here. Different people have a different definition of what flexibility means. So what do you mean when you say to be flexible?
When I plan our family vacations, typically they're planned months in advance. All the details are there. Here's the agenda. But to save money right now, you got to set your organizational desires aside and say, you know what? Here's a way to save money. Let's take the trip next week. Here's the bottom line. Airlines, cruise ships, hotel rooms, all of those suddenly have a discount when they're about to be used and nobody is using them. This is a great way to check all the travel websites, and if you've got a 24 to 48 hour window that you could just go, you could probably reap some serious savings right now.
Another thing that you talk about, Derek, and I really like this idea, is to sort of have that base camp strategy where you just sort of, choose a spot and then go from there. Tell us a little bit about that for people who might not typically travel that way.
So here's an international example, and I'll give you a local example. Let's say you want to fly to Santorini over in Greece, but flights there are $1,000 more than if you fly to Athens and take the $30 ferry from Athens to Santorini. You see, there's a base camp there, but you're able to save quite a bit of money over airline prices. Let's say you want to take the family to Philadelphia. It might be cheaper to fly to New York City or Washington, D.C., and then look at all of the things you can do around there. You could take the train, even Turo, a great way. Think of Airbnb, but for cars, great quality cars, cheaper prices than rental. All of those are ways to put money in your pocket and establish a sense of adventure with your kids and even involve them in the planning process, which is even better.
Speaking of Airbnb and other home rental sites here, another tip that you give people is to look for a destination one. How does that work exactly?
Yeah, so think here like Broken Bow, Oklahoma, or think about Austin, some of these places where you're not just going to rent a VRBO or an Airbnb just to stay there, but you could actually stay there and do stuff around the property. For example, if it's a cabin in the woods, maybe there's a place to fish, there's a place to hike. Well, suddenly now you're entertaining your family for the price of renting the VRBO without additional cost. So we want to think outside the box here, but keep in mind, as people are watching this right now, summer's about halfway over. Those travel companies get nervous because they need to fill those seats. Now is a great time to go online after watching this great interview and book something or bookmark it so they notify you when savings are there.
Last thing I want to ask you about is cruises, Derek, because everybody keeps on talking about the high price of airfares right now and the high price of gas if they want to drive to a destination, but we've been seeing that there are some good cruise specials. What do you think, anyway, is the best way to find those?
Yeah, now keep in mind, most require a vaccination, so it depends on where you stand on that. But if you've got that done, cruise ships right now are rebuilding themselves. We saw during COVID, they came to a screeching halt. Now's the time, whether it's a cruise ship or 2 to 3 day cruise, or it may be one that's sort of repositioning itself where it's going from its destination back home. Those can be great ways to save money. The crew's still there, much less people on board, and much less dollars out of your pocket. So again, go to your favorite travel sites. Typically, these are quick notice things, no travel insurance ability, but you can save quite a bit of money and have fun with your family.
Derek Kenney, he is the author of Good Money Revolution. Derek, thanks for being with us this afternoon, and you've got me thinking about vacation now.
Sounds great. Thank you, Jason. Good to be with you.
It's a very dangerous thing.